right. Good afternoon, Ms. Tindall. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, wonderful. Go ahead and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide is true and accurate?
I do.
Mr. Jorde?
Will you please state your name?
Denise Tindall.
And Ms. Tindall, do you own via a trust 3 parcels in Dickinson County, Iowa, presently targeted by the Summit proposed hazardous pipeline?
Yes, me and my 3 siblings do.
Very good. And did you cause to be filed in this matter what's known as pre-filed testimony with questions and answers and various exhibits and attachments?
I believe I did.
And if we were to go through all of those same questions that are in your written testimony, would your answers today be substantially similar?
I'm positive they will be.
And can you think of any material errors that may have been made in your pre-filed testimony that are necessary to be corrected at this time?
I do not believe so.
And can you think of any updates based on events that have occurred since the date your pre-filed testimony was submitted that are necessary for you to alert us to now?
It would probably be the water.
And
I did not learn of that until after my testimony when they talked about down in southern Iowa they were going to start taking water from the Goldfield area.
And were you able to listen into Ms. Curtis's testimony that immediately preceded you?
Yes, I did hear parts of that, yes.
Okay, and if you heard any parts about her concerns about water, do you share her concerns?
Yes, I do.
All right. And beyond that, any other material update that you would like us to know about?
No, I'm fine.
All right, very good. With that, ma'am, I'm going to offer into evidence Exhibit 152, which is your pre-filed testimony and attachments.
No objection. With no objection, the board will admit and give it the way due.
Thank you. Ms. Tindall, at this point, some other folks might have questions for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Taylor?
Now, ma'am, I'm Wally Taylor. I represent the Sierra Club. And your written testimony indicated that you're right up against an ethanol plant. Can you explain that to me?
Yes, we are on the north side of the Superior Ethanol Plant, right along Highway 71.
Can we zoom out on that KMZ and see if we can see that?
You can see the ethanol windmills right there to the southeast. And there is the ethanol.
Okay. Now, all of those red parcels are not yours, are they, or are they?
No, just the one.
Okay. And you've said in your written testimony you're concerned about damage to the drain tile. And are you aware that someone has said that they will go under your drain tile and not damage the tile?
Well, anytime you bore underneath something, there's going to be settling. I don't care what they tell you. And the drain tile that we do have on this property, the last time it was upgraded was in August of '83. And I do not know whether that would be plastic tile 30 years ago. And it does connect into clay tile, which dumps into the southwest corner there where that pasture and that slough is. So they will be going right through the older clay tile, which at the moment, if it works, don't fix it. So, like I says, I'm sure settling will occur.
And are you aware that the Summit has said that if there's any tile that's broken or damaged, that they will fix that?
It's not about the money, sir. I do not want a hazardous pipeline on my property. I don't care what kind of money they offer and what they say they're going to do.
Did you ever talk to any Summit land agent or representative about an alternative route?
I've only, at the initial meeting when Summit came to Dickinson County and came to Emmett County, I went to that meeting, and after the meeting, they did show maps, and that is when I learned they were going right through our property, and I said there is an alternative. If they go to the south of our land, it is all CRP ground, and going along Highway 71 would be the less impact.
On the map that's on the screen, where is Highway 71?
Highway 71 is to the west. That's Highway 71 on our west border.
Okay.
And to the south is all CRP ground, and like I said, we do have pasture ground and a slough that is in the southwest corner, but yet they want to go right smack through the farmland.
Now, do you own that CRP land, or does someone else own it?
That is someone else's.
Okay. And do you know if that person has signed an easement?
I have no idea.
Thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Thank you.
Ms. Colas?
Good afternoon, Ms. Curtis. Jean Colas. I'm also
I'm
landowner.
not Ms. Curtis. I'm Denise Tindall.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong name. Pertaining, do you have a tenant that farms that land, or do you farm that land?
I do have a tenant, yes. We do 50-50 on it.
Is he concerned about the pipeline and his operations?
Yes, he is very concerned about the pipeline.
Is he concerned about how it can affect his yield or his profit?
Both of us are very concerned. We are 50-50 on this, and I count on him as much as he counts on me as being a landlord.
Do you depend on this income from this land?
Yes, we do.
You both do. Okay. I guess that's most of my questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, with no other questions, Mr. Jorde for redirect.
Relative to the water issue, are you aware of if in your surrounding areas, that there are any concerns or potential water restrictions in the future?
Objection, Your Honor.
State the objection.
Nobody asked about that in cross, so that's beyond the scope of redirect.
I thought Mr. Taylor did, but I'd be happy to be corrected about that.
I could go back and search the record if we need to, or we could move to the next question.
That's fine.
Just looking through Mr. Taylor's questions here, I'm not seeing anything related to water.
Okay, that's fine. Did I understand you correctly that your brother is the tenant? Is that correct?
No, a neighbor up there is the tenant.
Okay, and have you had conversations with your tenant, and the tenant also concerns about farming and how farming operations may have to change if the hazardous pipeline is located there?
Yes, we have. Because like I said, we both depend on that land for supplement our incomes.
All right, and when you say both, you mean your brother and yourself as well as your tenant?
Not my brother. He's not my siblings and the tenant.
Pardon me.
The tenant is not my brother.
No, that's what I'm trying to clear up. All of your siblings have an ownership interest, so therefore there's dependence on the income with you and your siblings,
Yes.
Correct? Okay.
Yes,
And then
that is
your
correct.
tenant, who is not your brother, also depends on the income, and he has expressed to you his concerns about how this would affect farming, correct?
Yes.
All right. I don't, based on the questions that were asked of you, ma'am, I don't have any further questions.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate your testimony. You are dismissed. Have a good day. Okay, so I believe, let's double check. That concludes our witnesses for the day.
That is correct.
All right. Well, we will see everybody tomorrow at 8 a.m. unless, Ms. Ryan?
Yes, I know it's maybe a little premature, but I just wanted to bring up a procedural question. I don't know if the board or other parties have started thinking about a post-hearing briefing schedule, but I know with holidays coming up, it would be easier for the parties to be able to plan it. If we know what type of schedule the board has in mind for that.
So I hadn't had that question completely thought out quite yet. I didn't know we were going to discuss that today. Hold on. Yeah, Ms. Ryan, love where your head's at, but haven't really thought about that quite yet. So apparently we will both think about it right now and get back. But appreciate the question, and we will get back to you expeditiously.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Boblinski?
I was just going to suggest that since Ms. Ryan has now reminded everyone that we will need to address that at some point, maybe I'll ponder that tonight and we talk about that at the close of business tomorrow.
Well, you're all getting along so well. You're welcome to go have pizza and talk about it together. Mr. Taylor, or are you buying pizza?
It would also be nice to know if someone anticipates any rebuttal evidence.
It's still a whole day's worth of things that could happen tomorrow. As soon as we conclude the other side's case, we will be in a position to make a decision on that.
All right. Well, we eagerly anticipate tomorrow. Enjoy your conversation tonight. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.